Welcome here to Slaughter Field, the site 64 years ago and 5 days before that the Tigers and Bulldogs first kicking off the Waynesville football program. They are here again, this time the middle school level, the 8th grade. Varsity will play in Rolla later this season. But we have the Tigers and Rolla Bulldogs facing off here. Tigers coming off a 70-6 win ball game, and we're going to take a break. We will be back. So ready to go here. Music is off, and we are ready for the kickoff. Tigers kicking off to Rolla. Clock is automatic here, so the kickoff is a short one. Tigers will start 1st and 10. Trying to get everything situated here. The computer keeps bugging me. But anyways, it is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. A little squib kick there just within frame of the camera. Not a lot to that. Tigers in a running set. They'll give it to the back for the running option. This is a 5-yard gain, maybe 4. 2nd and 5 to go here. Normal rules with the clock. We'll be back Saturday also as the WYF Tigers will play. We'll have the Tiger Frogs at 9. Then we'll have the Chiefs, but the Tigers are off, and that is number 7 of Waynesville. Just like that, we have a touchdown to start this ball game off. So no flags. We'll take a look back at that. And just like that, the Tigers will go for 2 points. So 30 seconds into this, and we are already adding some points on the board. Run by number 7, incomplete for the Tigers, but number 20, that was Caden Saunders, the running back. Seth Hance tried his luck there. We're going to take a short PSA break. We'll be back. Tigers up 6-0.
60 now to the line. There's always one by enemy compound. Elevation 4703 feet. Push immediate.
In that building is the target.
Copy that. Cleared hot, cleared hot. Yeah, type 1 control, bomb on target. Clear, that's all I needed. Copy that.
Back here, Tigers first to strike in this ball game off about a 60-yard run for the Tigers. This ball is somewhere back here. It is way in the back. And that is 24 of the Bulldogs. He has room, still has room. Big stop by the Tigers at the 50-yard line, and big hit there. might have been excessive, but the tackle was there to stop him. And that is Logan Bull, the 5'9" running back for the Bulldogs. That's a first down for Rolla. Rolla will start just shy of the 50. So we appear to have a holding call on the return also. So this will move the ball back from the 48-yard line, and that will be the 38 most likely, depending on where the penalty was. Penalty flag way back at the 30. Still 1st and 10. This will move the ball back to, looks like, the 20-yard line here after the penalty. So that is a costly flag for the Bulldogs. They had pretty good field position after the run, but quite enough. Rolla with a short gain, 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 10. This is going to be an 11-yard gain. That's a first down for the Bulldogs. So another big gain on the running game here. This might be a running contest. Rolla starting off with the penalty, though. That kind of hurt them. Bulldogs and Waynesville both known for running the ball. Not quite a wing formation there, but pretty close to it. Quarterback, someone has the ball back there. That is a short gain. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Bulldogs almost back to where they were to start before the penalty. And they're going to try to get back there, I'm sure. Bulldogs in motion, handoff. That is number 30. Short gain, and we're going to have, thought we might have had a flag there on that, but Bernie Westover, a running back with the run, 3rd and short coming up, about 2 or 3 to go. Again, join us 9 a.m. Tiger Frogs will start the day off, then we'll be back live again at 1, I think it's 12:50 or 1:50. Just keep an eye on the day. I'll update everyone. But then the Chiefs will have their ball game anyway. This is a first down. So first down again, 2nd first down for the Bulldogs now in this contest. And the chain's a little slow, but once the marker is set, then the clock will start rolling again. We have not yet adopted the new college rules, which aren't that far away, I'm sure. Those rules include the clock running on incomplete passes once the ball is set and things like that to kind of speed the game up a little bit. Again, Rolla, this is to the back. That is a big running back there. Kind of the old bowling ball effect. Send the biggest thing you have and see how far it goes. That is Patrick Kell. It says here he also plays defensive line. Gain of about 8 yards on the play, 2nd and 2. We'll be back next week, of course. We'll have all the 8th grade games live for you, thanks to Olson Solutions. This is no gain, actually a loss of 1, 3rd and 3. This is the first loss I believe we've had in the ball game. So far we've had some pretty good running yards combined. We've had a 60-yard touchdown and at least 30 yards, almost 40 here from Rolla. It's almost 100 yards on the ground already. Rolla again looking to set. 30 has it. He will slip on the ground. That's a loss of 1. 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs. It's 4th and 4. Rolla, they're going to punt, it looks like. We have a change of personnel out there. Number 12 came out. That is Malachi McGowan. But we still got a big guy back there, so we may try to power this. It's a little far to power early in the game. It is number 41. Tigers will take over. That is a failed conversion. 1st and 10 Tigers. We're going to take a break. We'll have it after this PSA. We'll be back for Tiger football. Tigers on top 6-0 in the first.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
And we got something happened there. We're going to figure out what happened during the break. The players came out and they were set. So we had a penalty flag. We'll see what caused it. And this looks like on the hit afterwards. So we'll take a look at that. Clock is running again. It is 2nd down and 10. So not sure what happened there. So no flag on that. Tigers again, number 7. We got a hold in the back probably. Without the penalty, this is going to be a 4 or 5 yard gain, but we may have this coming back. Caden Saunders with the run. But this is against the Tigers, so this will go the other way. It's going to be 2nd and 20 coming up now for Waynesville. Depending on where the spot is of the ball, this will be close to 20 anyway. We're still going back. Ball is at the 30 or 42 yard line. So we'll say 2nd and 20 to call it a good day. Tigers tripped up a little bit. And again, another run. Saunders a little hesitant that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. He did gain a couple on the play, but Tigers, and hopefully they got some passing plays here because this is when you generally need them. Also want to thank Security Bank for our Friday night football coverage. That will be back in a couple weeks. We'll be live from Springfield at Hillcrest High School. First, we got a couple home games here. You could watch them on Tiger TV. Tigers quarterback. He might have enough, and this is, I believe this is a 1st down. We're going to take another look at that run. That is pretty incredible. I think we have a flag, but the flag is out of bounds. So this is going to be a 1st down no matter what. So this run didn't matter a lot, but that is a beautiful run by the Tigers. Personal foul on top of that. We'll give them an additional 15 yards most likely, so they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the 30. They're going to be close to the 20-yard line, it looks like. And that'll give the Tigers 1st and down close to the 20. That was on the hit out of bounds. That is an emphasis this year in high school football that they're trying to, limit some of these late hits here and stop the play when the whistle blows. They're doing, the officials doing the best job they can. Number 44, Tigers going to bring in their bowling ball set is what I'm going to call this. That is Sawyer Baker. And I'm going to bet Baker he's a linebacker. I'd be afraid to be against that linebacker. That's a pretty good linebacker right there. again. And that ball, it came loose, but the Tigers recover. So the 4 or 5 yard gain is going to turn into about a 1 yard gain. Tigers lucky on that play. That's going to be 3rd and, I don't know, about 5, maybe 6. Caden Saunders, he is the main running game for the Tigers. Penalty flag, false start. And that will bring this back to near the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 12, it looks like. Do we have a timeout? I think we have a... Well, we're going to break, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute. Time out. Tigers.
Instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic and we would go to church and baseball and we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
So back here, 3rd and 12 for Waynesville. Penalty cost them 5 yards. This would have been a short run. It is maybe a pass here. We'll see. We haven't had any passing formations really come out of this Tiger offense yet. And we're not going to see one here. There is no receivers in sight. 44 in the backfield. Quarterback, he's going to pass. That is incomplete. Trying to get to Carson Mitchell, but or Mitchell Carson. I think these names are wrong here. Hold on. Yeah, they have this backwards. That is Carson Mitchell. They have the names on this one roster backwards. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers. And join us Monday. We'll have live coverage from the Quarterback Club down in Springfield, Missouri. We got a special guest that'll be joining us. Not sure if I can mention him yet, but he will be there. Tigers are going for it. He has room. This is a first. That is a first down, Tigers. On the conversion, and that's a 1st and goal for Waynesville, as they're going to pick up yardage to the 9-yard line. So that was a 20-yard run at least for the Tigers. Stepped out of bounds inside the 10. We're going to have a timeout. Looks like Tigers, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Tigers on top on Allen Hilliard Sports.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here, Slaughter Field. Once again, it is 64 years and a few days past the original football game between Waynesville and Rolla as the B team kicked off back in those days. Of course, back then that building wasn't there. There was a much bigger creek back in those days, and the field actually was further back. The stadium itself wasn't here yet. It was more of a literal hillside here people had. I believe the press box was just finished, and they were finishing all the bleachers, is what someone told me back then. Tigers second down. That's a gain of about 4, maybe 5. That'll bring the Tigers within 3. Second and goal, the clock running down. This will be the last play of the quarter if this is it. Play is off. Tigers 44 for the run. Baker with the touchdown. Tigers now go up by 2 scores, 12-0. And take a look at this touchdown here by Baker. Just off the handoff for the score. 2-point conversion coming. Tigers, not a lot of kicking at this grade level. Well, even the varsity level don't have a lot of kicking going on, so can't say much about that. And the fake, the Tigers, they are stopped. We have a flag, though. This might give the Tigers another try. I think we have a face mask on that. And we're going to face mask against Rolla. That'll give Tigers half the distance to the goal. Oh. So it is good. So that the ball did cross the plane. That'll be penalized on the kickoff. And that'll end the quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute after this with more Tigers football. Tigers on top, 14-0.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. I thought you were on my team.
So we also switch sides, so Tigers will get the penalty. They will kick it off the other direction. It's the second quarter, so Tigers up 14-0 if you are just joining us. You know, if you're a supporter of the Tigers or the Bulldogs, be sure to check out the Rolla Bulldog Booster Club or Waynesville Tiger Booster Club. Support your team. Rolla, that is number 30 with the run. He'll be brought down at the 30, the 29. And Bernie Westover with the run. 1st and 10 for Rolla. Once again, normal high school rules. So second time Rolla's had a pretty good kickoff return. The first time it was spoiled by a holding penalty. But this time it appears that we are Back on track in the middle. Bulldogs looking to get on the board before this thing gets too far out of hand. Rolla in the white and maroon. Waynesville in the home orange and black. Rolla, they're going to push their way for a 6-yard gain. This will be 2nd and 4. There's a host of Bulldogs helping to make that happen. And number 41, Patrick Kell, comes out of the pile, I believe. So big run for the Bulldogs on that. These are 8-minute quarters. Once again, thank you, Olson Solutions, for our sponsor of these games, and Waynesville Youth Football for the Tiger Cats. And Security Bank of Pulaski County for all the Waynesville sports and athletics. Bulldogs, number 11, with the run. He is short. That's going to be... they're going to spot him a bit short. Nope, he's back right. Thought he was, so the other official had a good spot. It's going to be 3rd and short still, 3rd and 2. There is no play clock here, I don't believe. Nope, there's no play clock with middle school. However, we're going backwards, so this is going to be against Rolla. We're going to have probably a holding penalty. Oh, illegal motion, so that's going to be so that down will be replayed, but 2nd down and long coming up instead. That'll get rid of that run again. Bulldogs, 2 steps forward, one step forward, 2 steps back sometimes. Sometimes it's 2 step forward, 1 back, but this time the Bulldogs have a 1st down. That's enough for the 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line, it appears. So Bernie with the run, 1st down, Rolla. And our quarterback for the Tigers out there, we haven't mentioned him yet. That is Ryder Wells. He's also playing defense, by the way. But Saunders has been the sauce for the Tigers right now. That has helped to get most of their points on the board by running. Bulldogs, I'm not sure who wound up with the ball, but this is a gain of about 3, so that'll bring up 3rd and 3rd and 7. Should be 3rd down on the sticks out there. They show 2, but it should be 3. And check out the Rolla Bulldog Athletic YouTube page, as that game is being streamed by the Huddle camera from Rolla High School, the 7th grade ball game. Of course, join that after we are done with our game here if you would like, or watch both. Whatever your pleasure. We're going to have a timeout. Bulldogs, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.
Instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball and we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
Back here, Bulldogs again. This time they got a couple receivers on the left. We're going to see what they're... Oh, we're trying to go in motion here with a sweep. Sweep was to number 11. I do not have a number 11 on my roster, but we're going to have the penalty 5 yards false start for the Bulldogs. So 3rd and 12. That'll move Rolla back again in a near passing situation. Not sure if they'll pass or not, but it says 2nd out there, just 3rd down. Okay, they're saying it's 2nd down out there, so we're going to stick with 2. I guess we'll go to 2 if they say it's 2. Bulldogs again, same thing. Look for the sweep. This time the quarterback's going to take off. That is number 1. That is Tyler Ball. He was stopped by Sawyer Baker. And that'll bring up 3rd down, and looks like we're back to 8 once again here. Five minutes in the first half. Bulldogs scoreless right now. Tigers have had 2 rushing touchdowns, both in the first. Both teams have been pretty much trading off. And again, thank you for joining us tonight. Join us Saturday. We'll have plenty of youth football action. Come on out. They got food for you. You can enjoy football, cheer on these youngsters. Amazing thing to watch. Rolla quarterback looking to pass. That is to the Bulldogs. 1st down and some more. That is a stop by Sawyer. That is Patrick Kell. So 1st down for the Bulldogs on that play. That is a very nice running play. Running back just kind of hung back there a little bit and caught the ball, took off, and he was out. This time back into that option set. Quarterback could have a sweep here. Look for that reverse. This time the ball is going nowhere. That's going to be a loss on the play. 2nd and long coming up. We have a officials timeout. So we're going to get some water real quick. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this PSA about bullying. Don't bully.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend?
It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone.
You have the skills.
Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So back here, looking ahead into the future. Next week, the Tigers will host Joey Barber, 7th grade at 5:30. and 8th grade at 7:30. We'll have a doubleheader of that live here on Allen Hilliard Sports. And looking at the Rolla Bulldogs, they will host Lebanon in the 8th grade, while 7th grade will most likely they will travel to Lebanon. Rolla again, quarterback going nowhere. We're going to have a penalty flag. We're going to have 2. That's going to be, second one may be an unsportsman. The first one's going to be roughing the quarterback most likely. Generally, once progression is stopped, you are not supposed to... Yep, face mask. Or is this on? We're debating here. We're figuring this out. There was definitely unnecessary roughness on the defense on that. And is that the only thing called? So this is going to be close to a... Nope, they're going to be short by... Well, they're going to be short very close here. I'm not sure. This might have been a first, honestly, but should be a pretty easy... So it is a first down. And the Bulldogs, they're going to drive them back. That is number 11 for Bulldogs. Don't have a name on him, but a good run. Good defensive stop by the Tigers. That's going to bring up second down. And 11, that's a loss of 1. 3 minutes to go now. And timeout situation. Tigers have 2. Rolla has 1. Along with an official's timeout. And then later this season, 8th grade Tigers in 2 weeks, they will travel to St. James, Missouri. Well, they'll face the Red Tigers down the road. And then they will host Lebanon and then host Camdenton to finish their season out. It's going to bring up a third down. Not much of a gain there. Rolla, they will travel to West Plains as West Plains has a caravan of schools that they co-op with: Fairview Junior High, Junction Hill Junior High, Glenwood, Richards, and Howell Valley. Those are all K through 8 schools. And then they'll have a double header on 2 different days against Lewis and Clark and Thomas Jefferson from Jefferson City. 2 minutes now remain. It is 3rd and 10. Bulldogs, they're going for the pass. This is at the end zone, incomplete. Too high on the pass. And that's going to bring up a big 4th down for the Tigers here. A big stop here. They could run this quarter out, and Rolla will get the ball back, though, to start the second half. So we'll have to see from that. They do have a play clock that they will have to deal with. It may not be visible, but they're going to have to get the play off eventually. They took a little bit of time on that. 4th down. And we're going to have a timeout. Bulldogs will be back. That avoids the penalty. Tigers
instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball when we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
Back here, Slaughter Field and Rolla Bulldogs will go for it on 4th down. They have receiver options. There's at least 2 of them, and I'm sure the 11 is going to play a role in this. It's going to be a handoff. Tigers with the stop. That is a 1st down, Waynesville. Tigers with the big defensive stop. So Waynesville, 1:40. They can extend this to a 3-score ball game if they can get a touchdown here. The only problem is Tigers not a passing team, so they're going to have to run out of bounds, or they only have 1 timeout. Rolla also only has 1. But it took 2 plays to get a score from Waynesville on a 60-yard run by Saunders, so that may not matter a whole lot for the Tigers. Tigers, short gain. Looks like they're not in that big of a hurry. This is 2nd down coming up. Tigers have to get, looks like past the 20 or to the 20 to get the first. Then the clock will momentarily stop for them, but they'll have to get there. And we'll see how that goes. And the fake throw. I don't think anyone. We got a penalty flag in the back. Saunders with the run, but this is coming back. We're going to have a penalty against Waynesville. That's going to be possibly holding. We'll see what the official call is. It was signaled against Waynesville. Holding against the Tigers. That will move them back from probably, that's going to move them close to the 2-yard line back there, maybe 3. Nope, not as far as I thought, but that's going to move them back inside the 10. Still 2nd down. Instead, it's 2nd and 12, maybe 13 coming up. Under a minute to go. The clock is running down. Waynesville, big stop there by Rolla. Let's see if I get the number on that. Number 42, maybe? That is Kyle Robinson with the stop for the Bulldogs. That might have been a touchdown-saving run. Timeout. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Back here, 21 seconds in the half. Tigers, they still have 2 downs to work with. But Bulldogs have 1 time out. They will probably use it if the Tigers can't get a first here. Tigers are going to need a big run if they're going to score. They're going to go for something here. And might have got away with a illegal block. This appears to be a first, but we have a penalty flag in the back, and we may have missed one in the back. Holding against Waynesville. And still 2nd down, so that may actually help the Tigers here, because they can run this clock out and not give Rolla the ball back. But the Tigers probably wanted that first down, and it is still second. Once again, thank you, Olsen Solutions. Tigers, big run, tried to dive, clock is going to run out, so we're going to go into the half. Tigers are up 14-0. We'll be back in 10 minutes after the halftime. We'll see you in a little bit. Shot up, that is in, Burns the win! Room to run. Also district champion. Toronto both there. Chuck Henry is clock running down, Walnut Grove.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
The Dixon School District is a proud sponsor of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season. They are providing coverage of basketball, boys and girls, baseball and softball, as well as volleyball. Be sure to check them out on Allen Hilliard Sports. Gann Johnson Insurance of Dixon, Missouri has been your local insurance provider for many years in the community. She offers residential, commercial, car insurance. Whatever insurance you need, give her a call down in Dixon. A to Z Exterminating LLC is owned by Zach Shelton, a local native of the area. They provide free estimates and quick service for all your critter needs, whether it be roaches, flies, ants. They will take care of it. Give Zach Shelton a call. Chris Pills Basketball is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports, the Waynesville Tigers, and the area schools.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone.
You have the skills.
Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
714 Collection is your local provider of stylish clothing, whether it's formal wear, daytime wear. They will take care of you. Check them out at 714 Collection and look for the 10% coupon code in the commercial. Auto Glass Central is Pulaski County's local auto glass provider, whether it be rock chips, cracks in the window, full glass replacement. They will calibrate, replace, and fix whatever your glass needs. Give them a call at 573-337-5122. Gasconade Christian Service Camp is your local Christian service camp for Pulaski County. They are located on T Highway north of Waynesville, Missouri. Give them a call for more information. Allen Hilliard Sports would like to thank Taylor Olson for providing coverage of the WYF Tiger Frogs and the 8th grade Tigers this season. Thank you for all your support.
You might see just another officer, but what you don't see is the years of constant training, the checks and balances, transparency in policies and procedures, not to look good or sound good, but because it is what we believe in. This is not just a job for us, it's a calling to serve, not just coworkers, but the family we support, not just a career, but a drive to be there for you when you need us most. This is your Missouri State Highway Patrol.
My father instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball when we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health, in loving other people. That's what we do.
Join Mike Rawlings and Matt Johnson as them and Tiger TV, a student-run program, brings you live coverage of home games of Waynesville Tiger football this fall.
He's going to go in for the touchdown. It's much fourth hour.
Oh, I think we're still going to talk about that.
David
Vernon's going to dive in.
Good.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. We just found it. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad!
Whoa!
You made time.
That was perfect. Okay, here we go, throw it.
Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me.
Nice.
But I heard every word.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Of Pulaski County is a proud sponsor of the Waynesville Tigers as well as all the area Frisco League teams. Good luck to all the teams this season, and be sure to check them out for all your home loans, vehicle loans, and other money needs. They are member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. Want to forge a better future? Start with the structures that support tomorrow's missions. You believe the best offense is a good defense. We've got a great way to prove that theory. See your vision clearly, get there decisively. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
All right. So going into week 1 here, I'm with the Coach Barkley of Waynesville High School, and coming off the Jamboree last Friday there, going into week 1, kind of what plans are you looking at? Kind of, did you change a whole lot after the Jamboree, or are you looking to kind of keep the same?
When we got back, Allen, we sat down as a staff and kind of, without looking at film yet, kind of just said, what do we feel like we did well? What do we feel like we need to work on? Took Saturday to kind of watch the film and came in Sunday. And, from a coaching staff standpoint, we feel like everything that we did wrong is correctable. We just got to do a little bit better teaching. Kids got to do a little bit better listening. But, for the most part, we feel like everything that went iffy or so in the Jamboree is very fixable.
All right. And then I noticed a lot of running plays there to start off there. Is it just because it's a simpler offense to start out with, or is that kind of the goal this year? Is it a running team, or are you going to kind of mix up running 50-50, or?
We're gonna try to be, I'm not going to say 50-50. I mean, I think that's every coach is pretty close to goal, but, we got 2 great running backs in Tao Ossie and Michael Kelsey Jr., returning, a couple O-linemen. So as a coaching staff and as a group, we feel like, the running game has got to be a staple of our offense. It doesn't have to be a go-to type, but definitely got to be prepared for us to run the ball and hopefully have some success with it.
And then not only running the ball, there was some passing plays that were pretty impressive catches there. One of them was caught right on out of bounds. I had a highlight of it, and I'll probably play it now if you're watching. But yeah, that was a pretty impressive catch. Plus, there was a couple down by the end zone, and throwing the ball seems like the arm is there.
It's getting better. Since losing Bishop and everything, it's a work in progress for Brian, and Brian's done a great job of stepping in. Bishop's still giving pointers. He's doing a fabulous job of still being a team leader. And but Brian's a work in progress, and he's taking steps towards that goal. But obviously there's a lot of things that go into passing and stuff like that. So we're going in the right direction. I'm proud of where we're at on the offense and the defensive side. So we'll have a great test with Glendale on Friday.
Now, speaking of Glendale, in the past they've been, well, to put it lightly, you'd be surprised if they ever run the ball in the past. But, this year, a different head coach. Are you kind of expecting the same, or do they appear to be kind of on the same page with that?
The timing of the Glendale situation that happened, it would be pretty tough for them to kind of put in a new offense and feel comfortable with it in 10 or so days. We are expecting them to continue what they've, or at least be very, very similar to what they've done in the past. And we've been preparing for the spread, and if they come out in something different, we'll adjust. And our coaches on defense do a great job, and our kids fly around and have some fun on defense.
All right. And besides the running backs, there any of the other players kind of either moved up to varsity that have impressed you, or has anyone senior-wise stepped up to replace from last year?
This is a group effort type team that we got right now. We don't really have anybody that's standing out. A lot of that will be determined on Friday, I believe. There's a lot of kids that we would like to be more vocal, or in that step into that leadership role that we lost from that senior class. But there's still a lot of questions to be answered, and Friday will give us a lot of those answers.
All right. And then, of course, going into week one, obviously, is there any jitters in there with, you or even some of the kids as, even you could be a seasoned coach and the first game of the year is always going to kind of go, you don't know how it's going to go exactly.
With us being so, I guess, newcomers or inexperienced in a lot of places, whether it's offense, defense, there is that, do you feel like you got them prepared enough? Do they feel comfortable with what we're calling on offense and defense? Like I said before, there's going to be a lot of things being answered on Friday, and we'll continue to improve throughout the season. We got to stay healthy, and both teams stay healthy, and kind of take one game at a time. But we'll find a lot out about our team on Friday.
All right, I appreciate it. Good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Sounds good, Alan.
Right.
Thanks.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And ready for the second half here. I just noticed that I did not change my quarter at the second quarter. I apologize for that, but that is a first down for Rolla, as they'll have 1st and 10 from, looks like, the 37-yard line. Oh, that's not a flag. Where's my button at? There it is. Now we're good. So Bulldogs trail by 14 right now, the Tigers. Tigers started with the ball, scored on the first drive. Tigers scored on the final play of the first quarter. And that's where our score stands right now. Bulldogs, they got a couple of receivers for an option here. Not sure if they're going to use it, but they're going to hand it off. This is 41. He is stopped. That is a short gain on the play. Probably not what Rolla was trying to go for, but it will pick up a little bit. So Kell with the short run. He has been their kind of go-to target to either a dive or that direction right there. Trying to find whatever hole there is and push him along the best they can. This time the help wasn't there. So 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. I want to thank our other sponsors here for our camera here. Someone I have forgotten to say a couple times and should thank a lot more. Post Pawn Shop and Brian Borum of Cross Creek Realty for all the help that you have given me in order to get this camera. It makes an amazing video, and I thank you for that. That's 3rd and just a short gain, maybe 5. So Rolla, they're in a situation they're going to have to figure something out. Rolla again with the handoff. This is going backwards. Nowhere to go. Bernie Westover, the running back, linebacker on defense, did everything he could, but he had no holes, and the defense was right there. 4th and 8 coming up for the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs being forced to punt. Looked like they was almost going to punt right there in a punting formation, like a little quick kick, but not quite what happened. I won't be surprised if you try to throw something in here just a little tricky. It's Bolivar did it. They got a touchdown off of it. Tigers hoping to keep a big lead here. or keep a lead, not a big lead. That is the quarterback. That's a sack. That's a loss of at least 10 yards on the play. Tigers will take over. 1st and 10. Looks like the 29-yard line. So the conversion is no good. And the Tigers 1st and 10 again. Tigers have a chance to make this a 3-score ball game. Tigers line up. Power set. On the move is Waynesville. 44. Big pickup. He's going to make it for a 1st and goal. He's inside the 10. And that is a Tiger 1st down and goal. And he will ultimately settle at the 7-yard line. Tigers again set up in the power set. This time Waynesville, they're going to pick up close to a touchdown, but it's a 1st. Number 7 a little shaken up on that. He got pretty good little hit, and he is calling for a sub. Hopefully he's all right, taking his helmet off to get checked out. And that will bring in number 20 of the Tigers. That is Seth Hance coming into the ball game. And 44 earlier, that was Baker again, if you did not remember that. So Tigers 2nd down and goal from inside the 5. Tigers. Hance will walk into the end zone. This is a touchdown, Waynesville. Tigers will take a bigger lead in this ball game now. Hance uncontested on the touchdown. Tigers going for the conversion. Halfway through this quarter. Going to see if they stick with this power set or if we're going to... Well, we're sticking with the same set here. Number 8 is also back there. And the quarterback, he's looking to bootleg this into the end zone. We got a penalty flag. This is a conversion. It's good against the Tigers. So this will be coming back for Waynesville. The conversion is no good. Holding. And this will move the Tigers back. We'll see what they do here. I am sure Rolla is not going to decline the penalty. Yep, it's going backwards, and I think they're going to give Waynesville another chance at it. So they're at least going to make it harder for the Tigers. I'm not sure, but I believe they may have had the option to convert that to the kickoff, but instead it's going to go to the conversion. 20 and 44 in the back. Quarterback looking, oh, he's going to go for it. He's got room. Rolla's there, and no good on the conversion. We're going to have a 20-0 score in the 3rd. Tigers on top. We'll be back after this PSA from the Air Force.
16 out to the line. One by enemy compound. Elevation 4703 feet. Push immediate.
And we are back here for the kickoff. Tigers up 20-0, 4:26 in the third. Join me and the scoreboard guy on the Missouri Sports Network Friday night on other platforms as we have the Friday Night Live kickoff show. I will be here at Waynesville as the Tigers host the Kickapoo Chiefs on Friday night, an Ozark Conference matchup and a district matchup. First down for Rolla coming up after the kickoff. Short kick. But join the scoreboard guy on the Missouri Sports Network on Twitter or X, whatever you call it there. Also Facebook and YouTube. Bringing you live interviews with coaches and game reports from across the state of Missouri. Also interviews with volleyball, softball, and you name it. He will have what information you would like to hear. Rolla sets up a solo receiver on the right. They're going to be we're going to have a false start probably on here. I think so. I think we had a lot of jumping going on. But this is 5 yards, so Rolla, they'll be bumped back another 5. So first and 15 now for the Bulldogs. So the false start penalty, the Bulldogs first and 15. Quarterback with the run, big stop, 26 on the tackle. We got a Tiger, we have a Bulldog down. I think, hopefully everyone's all right there. They're helping each other up. But that is Tyler Ball with the run and Mitchell Carson with the stop. Or Carson Mitchell, my bad. Sorry, the roster's backwards where it says first and last name, but is the other one correct? Is it still wrong? It is definitely wrong. That's okay, though. Second down and 14. He got 1 yard out of that. They're going to credit him. Rolla might run this clock out. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And right now they're going to need some production because they might have it here. That's a first down. That's a big run. That's a 14-yard gain for number 11 of the Bulldogs. Do not have him on the roster. But that'll bring up a 1st and 10 in Tiger territory just at the 40-yard line for Rolla. Also want to thank our newest sponsor we have this week, Home Plate Grill in Dixon, Missouri. A great place to eat for a burger, about whatever you want. I've had grilled cheese there. They make some amazing food. Proud supporters of the Dixon Bulldogs and their athletics this year. And also want to thank the Dixon School District. Rolla with another big run. That's a 15-yard pickup on the play. 25 yards of rushing, almost 30 for him already in 2 plays. And the Dixon School District for all your support of Dixon Bulldog coverage, helping to make other coverage happen. We're going to have a timeout, Tigers, and we'll take a timeout ourselves. There's a PSA, and we'll be back with some more football. Tigers up 20-0.
Instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball when we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
And back here, if you'd like a game streamed, if you have a team you'd like covered, if your youth football coach wants a game covered on Saturday, let me know. We can work something out to make that happen. As I mentioned, I do cover the Tiger Cats and the Chiefs, Waynesville youth football. And Rolla's going to pick up a short run, looks like about 5. Second down for the Bulldogs. Once again, this is the 64th anniversary. 5 days off, but pretty close, for the very first kickoff Waynesville and Rolla ever had with each other, and the first kickoff in Waynesville history. Right here at Slaughter Field, this place has been home to a state championship team. This place has been home to several quarterfinal teams and a lot of history on this field, including a couple state track championships coming out of this place. That's a first down for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs also some history, quite a few district titles. 1994 state semifinalist. So both these programs, storied programs in the past, both have kind of bounced up and down. Varsity-wise, the Tigers are 6A this year. Rolla, they've made the bump to 5A. At one point, they was 4 and Tigers were 5. But due to some realigning with MSHSAA, things like that changed. And second down and about 7 after a short gain. So Rolla's kind of chipping away. They're not really making anything impressive at the moment here, but they're doing enough to move the sticks. And they are almost, well, they're in the red zone. They're almost in the 10. And 41 in the backfield. I would imagine he's going to get the ball. He does. That is decent gain. It's not enough for a first, but it's a third down. Patrick Kell, the running back, doing a great job here tonight for the Bulldogs. Looks like third and about 2, clock winding down, so one more quarter to go once the clock runs out here. Rolla, maybe they're going to take, so they're going to run this quarter out. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this PSA.
Good.
I don't remember how it started.
Throw it to Dad.
Oh boy.
We just found it. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad!
Whoa!
You made time.
That was perfect. Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me.
Nice.
But I heard every word.
Back here, and we are ready to go for the fourth quarter action. Bulldogs 3rd and short coming up, 2 yards. They're going to have to get to the 5-yard line, just past the 6, in order to keep this drive going. Tigers needing a big stop on here if they want to stop this. Once again, if you want to support both these programs, check out the Rolla Athletic Booster Club and the Waynesville Athletic Booster Club, whoever you would like to support. And I don't believe they did not make it 4th and 1 coming up for the Tigers. And again, all of our other sponsors, A to Z Exterminators, Z Roofing Solutions. We just have we have a bunch of them that have supported us over the years that have helped to make these games possible. But our main supporter is Security Bank of Pulaski County. They are bringing you coverage, everything from Frisco League basketball and baseball to Tiger football and Tiger soccer. Rolla's going to run in. This is a touchdown. So big touchdown run for the Bulldogs here. That appeared to be number 41 with a touchdown. That'll make this a 2-score game once again. Bulldogs going for 2 in a interesting set. Waynesville can't get over there. That's a conversion, 20-8. Less than 2 touchdown difference now. Rolla back in it. We'll be back after this PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So Rolla to kick off to the Tigers. A little bit of a different formation here. We're going to see what the plan is out of this. I don't know if this is kind of a squib kick off the Tigers. Tigers land on it. That is recovered by 57 of Waynesville, and that is Markeith Baker, an offensive lineman, so got to show some love to the linemen there. They're doing a great job and recovering some kicks for the Tigers. 1st and 10, Waynesville. They have 7 minutes to go in the ball game. They have a 12-point lead. I'm sorry, my math did not add up very well there. But we have a penalty flag on this. Depending on, this is probably, I have a feeling this may be going backwards, but we'll see what the flag is. This is a first if not for the penalty, but penalty behind the line. Oh, this is against Rolla, so that'll be a first for Waynesville either way. They can deny that and get the first down. We're having a discussion down there about it. And they're just going to take the first. So either way, it's a first down. So no change on that situation. First and 10 for the Tigers. And that did not bring much time off the clock. Tigers probably wanting to chew a little bit of that away or get another score here so they can give themselves some insurance in case Rolla comes back late in the contest. But we'll see what happens with this. So it's illegal participation of the defense is the call. Tigers, they have room. He has some green grass ahead of him. That's a first, then some more. Out of bounds, just shy of the 30. First down, Tigers. So Waynesville Saunders, he has 70 rushing yards at least in this ball game so far. He is really picking up the pace today. And he just seen a wall, and then he looked in. There was a wide open ocean looking at him, and he hit that hole, and he was gone. Out of bounds for the safe stop. And again, Saunders in the back. Baker also back there. The ball is going to gain some traction again thanks to Baker. That's a 6, maybe 7-yard gain. Second down and 4 it looks like. Tigers have 2 timeouts. Rolla has 3. Ball is still moving. Quarterback, that is short. First and goal from the 1. Tigers with the big pickup. And they're going to give him inside the 1. Nope, just shy of the 1-yard line. So first and goal for Waynesville. Waynesville trying to get that assurance touchdown here. Bulldogs running game, they are moving the ball. Just penalties hurt them in the first half. And last drive they were able to get in there. We'll see. Pass. That is incomplete. Rolla might have been able to get a hand on that. That is Tobias Buck. Wide receiver on offense. That'll bring up down number 2. This is really when you just want to stick to your game plan. You want to, you got 4 downs to get in there. And you've got the leads, and the clock's winding down, so you really just want to try to run it here. And that is a touchdown run by the Tigers on that. Little emphasis at the end. The defense trying to stop a little bit. Unsuccessful. Baker with the touchdown. And that'll give the Tiger a 3-score difference once again. 26-8. Baker, he is not to be stopped. That is 2-point conversion, 20-point game now. We have a 3-score lead. We'll be back after this PSA with more Tiger football on Allen Hilliard Sports. Tigers on top.
Instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball when we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health, in loving other people. That's what we do.
And we want to give a special thanks to our instant replay sponsor for the varsity games. They'll be back again in a couple weeks as we travel to Springfield Hillcrest. And we're going to have a slip of the ball. Tires fall on it. The ball's live. So that'll be a 1st and 10 from the 40. Penalty flag will be a illegal kick on there, but it didn't go 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So I would assume they're probably going to take that spot instead of make them re-kick. Officials still deciding, though. I would assume that is what's going to happen. They do have the 3-score lead. Tigers just need to shake that off and Taylor swifted that away. Just put it in a box and lock it and never open it again. Bulldogs, they're going to pick up some yardage. That's a 1st down, but we have a penalty flag. And Beckett Lukefar with the run. He's also a quarterback, but holding by Rolla will bring us back. That'll get rid of the 1st down and make this 1st, and we'll see where the penalty flag is, but it'll be 1st and further away from the original marker. Is this going to be the full 20? Yes, this is 1st and 20. So Rolla with the 1st and 20 situation coming up. The clock is not their friend now. 5:36 to go. They still have 3 timeouts. Waynesville has 2. Rolla sets up. Receiver might have been there he goes. He's fixed now. Rolla in the maroon. Tiger defense is there. And that is, if that is who it is, he is our player of the game right there. That is number 44 again, Sawyer Baker, for his offensive possession and a defensive stop on that. That's going to bring up 2nd down and a loss of about 1, maybe 2. But either way, 2nd and long coming up. Sawyer Baker with a big defensive stop. Not a lot of numbers for this Tigers team. Well, I mean, they said there's not a lot of numbers, but we have quite a few. We have a timeout. Rolla's going to take it. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this PSA about sportsmanship provided by MSHSAA.
Of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So fourth quarter action, less than 5 minutes to go. Tigers up by 20 at the moment over Rolla. These two groups of kids here last year played, and let's see what the results were last year from the. We already got some 24 stuff going on scheduling for Waynesville, which is pretty fancy. But last year, Waynesville. Oh, this is 8th grade. We'll have to switch to 7th grade. That little pitch is back to 11. He didn't know what to do with it. Backwards for. Well, we're running out of fingers and toes with this, but we're going to be 30, is what I'm going to say. That's a big loss. And we're going to have another timeout, I believe, against Rolla. Nope, we're going to have an officials timeout, but we're going to take a break. We'll have a PSA about sportsmanship. We'll be back.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And back here, it is officially 3rd and 33 yards. That is a long way to go for the Bulldogs. Rolla and Waynesville have 2 timeouts still in the ball game. But last year, when these two teams were 7th graders, Waynesville defeated them 40-8. So Rolla has closed the gap a little bit. And the defense again lined up. They're going to send the pressure. They have that is called Mike Fire right there. And that is a quarterback rushing the other quarterback. So the pass by Tyler Ball was pressured by the Waynesville quarterback, Ryder Wells. And that will bring up a 4th down. That is a rare situation where you could ever say that. Both quarterbacks, one is on defense, about to sack the other one. So Rolla, this will pretty much decide the ball game here. Rolla needs to get at least 33 yards to get past the 30 on the other side. Or this game is essentially over. Tigers can get a first down or two and finish it out. And nowhere to go. It is pitched backwards and nowhere to go. That's a loss on the play. On the defense we have a 0. That is number 20 coming up. He's part of the defensive stop on that. Big part of it. Seth Hance, along with other Tigers. 1st and 10 Waynesville. So 4:13 remain. Tigers look like they are about set for cruise control here. They just need to be smart, run the ball, run some timeout. If they can make Rolla use those timeouts early, they get a first down. This game is essentially over. They're going to set up in a wing set here. Nope, they got a... Okay, we got number 3 out there now. Nice handoff in the back. They're going to pick up room. That is a big run. That's going to keep the clock moving. That's a 2nd down and about 1. I was just mentioning that is William Snidler, kind of in the wing set there. Looks like maybe 2 is what they're going to give them, but either way, Tigers with a big run. Rolla yet to use a timeout. Just under 4 minutes in the ball game. And the Tigers still moving. This is a first. They're going to draw that time off the clock. And Isaiah Williams with the run this time. So another first down. Clock will momentarily stop, but it's been a very good ball game between these two teams. The Tigers just a little bit stronger on the running game. Rolla kind of hurting themselves on a couple penalties to start some drives, which they probably would have had a pretty good shot at to keep this game closer. But Waynesville running game, this line is not to be beaten right now. 31 with the handoff. And that is easily spotted. So that is, apologize, that is Guadalupe. Probably misspelled your name or mispronounced it, but with a loss on the play, 2nd and about 15 now. Didn't update from last time, so we'll keep 2nd down. And the ball's loose. Rolla will get the ball. So Tigers will turn it over, but Rolla now has 2 minutes to deal with, 2:22 in the ball game, to get 3 touchdowns in order to get back in this. And if they get sacked once or twice, they're going to have to burn a timeout to keep that clock from running out on them, essentially. So big decisions to make for the Bulldogs. Once again, I want to thank Rustic Treasures. They are our varsity football replay sponsor. Check them out, Old Route 66, the old, I believe, Texaco station out there on the 163 exit. They have everything you need from Halloween gifts to really everything you can think of. And that ball, well, missed tackle. We're going to have Lucky didn't get a penalty on that. But might have had a horse collar, but got away with it. Logan Litz with the run for the Bulldogs. And the clock's still running. Rolla not in a big hurry here, so they may not be too concerned at this point about the clock. We do have some different names out there, so we may just have some different kids in the ball game. Tiger quarterback still out there, of course. And this time, 56 on the stop is Jules Horman. And we're going to have a time out on the field by Waynesville. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this. Allen Hilliard Sports.
Instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country as a farm worker. He worked with strawberries and then in cabinetry. My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. I grew up Catholic, and we would go to church and baseball when we go to work.
Everything means something. Nothing easy.
I am a product of opportunity. For me, opportunity was football. We can maximize whatever life we want to have for ourselves. It's a privilege to be in a country where the vaccine is provided free. They're not going to charge you early on. My mother and my father had COVID. I'm checking in on them every day. There was a lot of buzz because of the vaccine. In order to stay safe, be around our players and my family, this is what I need to do. After I got the vaccine, I got to work out in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I'll provide them with the best that I can. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
And Luca Farr, the last runner for the Bulldogs before the break there. And some other Tigers out there now. Number 29 for Waynesville, that is Jason Stewart, Also on defense, we are set. Rolla. Handoff in the back. Defense is there. Nowhere to go. 26 again in the backfield for the Tigers. And Westover with the run. We're going to have a timeout again. Yes, we are. We're going to take a timeout. Waynesville with the timeout. We'll be back after this PSA.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. I thought you were on my team.
So Tigers, a minute to go, and Rolla, 4th down. Tigers have taken all their timeouts now. Tigers probably coming in. There's no B game tonight. And number 1 for the Bulldogs. A lot of momentum in there. That is Tyler Ball. That's going to be first down for the Tigers. That was 4th down. And Waynesville, we'll see what they're going to do here. The chains haven't moved yet, but it is first for Waynesville. 1:03 to go, a couple knees. This ball game is over. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Olson Solutions, for making this game possible, and Taylor Olson. Well, we've got something going on out there. We're missing a person. There we go. Not sure what we're doing, but we're doing something. And penalty flags. False start on the offense. 1st and 15. So I don't know if we're going to try whatever they're trying to do again. But once again, thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure today. We'll be back on Saturday for some Tiger Cats K through 2 football, and then we'll have 5th and 6th grade football later in the day. The Chiefs will play. So about a 4-yard gain. That is 2nd and 11. Tigers can't stop the clock. They're probably not going to. One more knee here. This ball game's over. So congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Rolla and Waynesville for a great ball game. So last play coming. We're going to see, what are we doing here? And out of bounds. So 3rd, and he's going to lose a couple here. I'm not sure circumstances there. I don't know if they're trying to set something up or what, but that is about 18. 3rd and long coming up. 13 seconds to go. This ball game is essentially over. And they're doing something again here. We'll try to see what's going on. Trying to get number 20 in the ball game. That is Seth Hance. I'm not sure what the plan is for him there. I guess we'll find out what it is in just a minute. And, well, that is deep. And that is incomplete. 6 seconds on the clock. 4th down, I believe, for the Tigers. Tigers will win this ball game, but they will have to convert this down or run 6 seconds off the clock, essentially. See what they're trying to figure out. There are some younger players out there. Again, that switch out. Again, thank you for joining us. Ball is into the dirt, and that is going nowhere. And that will leave 1 second on the clock for Rolla, as they do not call the obvious penalty there. However, it would not matter. It was a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And he's explaining to him about the penalty that probably should have been called there. And again, thank you, Olsen Solutions, Security Bank, all the other sponsors that make Tiger football happen. We'll be back next week, as we'll have a doubleheader. 7th and 8th grade will face Jolie Barber. That is a Lebanon feeder school. So Rolla, looks like they're not going to sit down either. They're going to pull something out of their hat. I know we're going to have something come out of this. I'm sure this won't be just the take a knee play. Quarterback, he is sacked. Waynesville will end this ball game with a sack. And with that, our final score, it is Waynesville 28, Rolla 8. Have a great night. Again, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We will see you all later. See you next week, and see you this Saturday. Have a good night from Slaughter Field.